Well, it is that time of year again, February 14th. The day when I'm gonna get completely screwed by RNG here. Is what it's gonna be. Hope things are going well today. Mortis and Koviak. To answer that first question, no, this is not my dog. I'm dog sitting right now. My cousin, his two kids, his brother, and his dad. Like, his dad is the one that's taking them on a trip to the Dominican Republic right now. I need to open up my camera settings and have that be set to tracking. So my one cousin, while he's away, asked if I could look after his corgi. Normally, his brother and his two kids, like my little cousins there, would usually be looking after her. But considering they're all going on a trip, that wasn't an option this time. So this time, there is a doggy around here. I would still like to adopt a doggy in the near future, but right now, here's corgi, little troublemaker, Riley. Riley is her name. And I've known her almost as long as my cousin has, considering I was here the day that she landed. He really, really wanted a purebred corgi, so he got one flown in from the next province over, Saskatchewan, and had to go to the airport to pick her up and stuff because really wanted that purebred corgi. And my mom and I were people that were there on like the day that she landed, so you know, we're some of the people that she's definitely known the longest and definitely gets very excited to see us at various family gatherings and stuff. And Mortis coming out of nowhere, the 46-month resub saying Corgi Emblem. That is right here. I greatly appreciate the 46-month resub coming up on 4 years there. So yeah, I just picked her up earlier today. They've headed out on their trip, and she's hanging out down here with me. If she wants to keep on hanging out down here with me while I stream, I don't know. I've never dog sat her before, so I don't know if she wants to hang out with me or if she's gonna like go upstairs and like pass out on a little doggy bed that's there. So maybe we'll have a corgi cam for a little while, maybe not. I really don't know. She can get upstairs on her own, but like going downstairs, she needs a little bit of help here. Actually, I think this should be 4 years technically. What, like a weird thing of like Twitch like skipping some months or something or other. Also, Fire Emblem 6 here, I wanted to play today. A little while back, I did a playthrough of Fire Emblem 7 Blazing Blade as that was coming to Nintendo Online. So in terms of like release order, I'm doing them reversed, 7 and then 6. But storyline order, it goes 7 and then 6. 7 is the prequel to 6. So this was the very first of the Game Boy Advanced Fire Emblem games, and this was Japan exclusive. This is the only of the Game Boy Advance games that's Japan exclusive. It was the last of the Fire Emblem games that was Japan exclusive. And I've never actually played it before. Hello, Snow Penguin. That is a corgi right there that I'm dog sitting. That is currently just sniffing around and exploring and stuff like that. She's been here so far for the day. She'll probably be back around here in a little bit. Or maybe she's gonna choose to go upstairs and like pass out, and then maybe we won't have a corgi cam. It was not the last Japan. Oh, well, in like sequential order of them being nothing but Japan exclusive. It was the last one in like the chain of Japan exclusive ones. But yes, you're right. New Mystery of the Emblem, the remake of Fire Emblem 3 on the Nintendo DS would have been like the last Japan exclusive one. You are correct. Yeah, I'm getting it translated here because I would have no idea what the heck I'd be doing if I wasn't if I wasn't playing in either English or German. I would have no idea what's going on. So this is a translation patch, which if anyone wants like the patch themselves, I'll be sure to link that in the description along with like all my layout art and stuff that I do here. Looks like they're stabbing one another. Fire Emblem 7, the prequel to this, was my very first Fire Emblem game, so you'd think I would have played this game, but I never really figured out back in junior high school how to, like, patch ROMs and stuff, so I just kind of moved on to Sacred Stones. I've talked before about how I've beaten, like, the first half of Sacred Stones over and over and over again, but never actually beaten it. Blazing Blade is the only one that I've actually beaten multiple times now. So, the follow-up story here, I've never seen it, but this was the first Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem game that kind of laid the groundwork for the next couple. I've heard that the RNG of this game is terrible, that it's Fire Emblem Prepare to Miss edition, essentially, but I've played Fire Emblem Engage, so like, how bad can it be? I mean, yeah, that's what I'm wondering here too. Thanks for your help, you got a Jorb. Oh nice, that's awesome to hear. But yeah, plus this game is infamous, can't wait to see if it's actually bad. Yeah. I've heard iffy things about the story, and I've heard terrible things about the RNG. Apparently, you will just, like, keep on missing constantly. Like, always. So, Yeah, I am a little bit curious to see that. The only thing that I've played is like the first half of chapter 1, just to make sure that it was working here, and that like my keybinds. Normally I would have like a little Xbox controller or something down there, but I mapped it out to a Game Boy Advance, so there you are, seeing a Game Boy Advance, so it's like accurate and stuff. So yeah, I never played any Fire Emblem, but wanted to play the 3DS Fire Emblem games for a long time. Those ones are really good. I really quite like the 3DS games. Definitely a soft spot in my heart for those. Yeah, I don't know what else I can say. Just get things underway here. Perfect thing to play today to get completely screwed by RNG is the case. Oh, you here? No, she might have gone upstairs. You might have just gotten to see her. So yeah, there was just me like being on the map for a decent while, like setting up my layout, making sure that everything is a-okay. You start Monday. Nice. What kind of job, if you don't mind me asking? Watch me ask this, and then by the time I get an answer, I'm gonna be in the middle of a cutscene, and I'm gonna miss it. I heard they've done a similar thing to what Pokemon does with their releases, but that 2 games were completely different. I mean, like Fates on 3DS there. Don't quite get what that meant, but you've heard that. Not really. I think a lot of people were comparing Fates specifically to Pokemon. Okay, retail. Alright, so not a massive, long, elaborate answer in that case. I'm gonna start a new game. This is one of those games where you don't actually have hard mode unlocked until you beat the game once, so I downloaded a file online that just had it all unlocked. So yeah, let's go ahead and do hard, because I always play things on the hardest difficulties. Yeah, that's fine. Lose my suspended data. Okay, so definitely lots of hours then in that case. I don't really know what to expect from this game. If anybody... Here, hold on. Well, other things I can say. Let's pause before I miss story here. Oh, no. Riley's back here. Hey, Riley. Hey. How are you doing? Hi, sweet pupper. Because this was the game that came first, this should be able to exist as a standalone story if anyone wants to see, you know, just the story of this on its own. It should be pretty self-contained and be a-okay. If anyone wants to see the story that leads up to this point, I'll have, like, my Fire Emblem Blazing Blade playthrough linked in the description below on the YouTube side of things as well, do, and then you can see, like, the whole story in order if anyone wants to do that, but it should be self-contained and be, like, okay. I'm Mr. Dark Deity will resist comparing this game that is not publicly out yet, because that is the most SRPG you have played, yeah, by being a playtester on that. I'm sure that the Dark Deity games were probably very inspired by the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem games. I don't remember if the director of that game told me whether they were or not at one point. He probably did, and then I probably forgot. What with, like, the clean pixel art and beautiful animations and stuff like that. Man and dragon once existed in harmony. However, man shattered that harmony with a sudden onslaught. A great war known as the Scowl Ring was fought for dominion of the land. Losses were tremendous for both sides, and in this war, the very laws of nature itself were twisted and distorted, bringing chaos and unease. Defeated and humbled, the dragons disappeared from the realm. Mankind began to rebuild and repopulate their newly won land. A millennium has passed since then. So yeah, this is part of the story of, like, the last game that we played. Boop. Corgi. In front of my bazillion bits of 3D printing filament. After defeating the dragons, the humans of Alib quickly spread their culture and civilization to the farthest reaches of the continent. I need to click on OBS or else it doesn't show my inputs on the little Game Boy Advance down there. In the west lies the kingdom of Etruria, which is widely considered to... Is it registering them? Okay. To possess the most refined culture in all of Alib. Okay, it is definitely registering. It's just, like, faint and hard to see. The kingdom of Bern, with its powerful military and logical, pragmatic people, is located on the other side of the continent in the east. These are the 2 most powerful nations in Alib, with the weaker nations situated between them. These smaller lands are the Lycian League, whose numerous territories are independently ruled by a number of marquises that are bound by a vow of allegiance. Ilia, where the people arduously till the frozen soil, and many become mercenaries to earn money to survive. And Sake, where various clans ride through the plains on horseback. I've never known whether it was pronounced like Sake or something else, but like I've always pronounced it like that is what I've done. Although there were occasional clashes between these nations, the majority of the people of Alib lived in peace. That peace, however, was not to last. King Zephiel of Bern has commanded his forces to conquer the entirety of Alib. He's playing Pokemon Conquest out here. Bern's armies first attacked Sake and Ilia. Another game that I've been thinking about starting recently. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. If I end up doing it. Like, it's possible that I don't, but it's been on my mind lately. Ruthlessly massacring all who oppose them. Now, Byrne is mounting a merciless invasion into Lycia. Fere is a territory of Lycia known for its beauty and honorable lords. Fere's Lord Roy was studying in the great territory of Ostia when the invasion began. Hey, it's our man, not Roy, Eliwood. However, the sitting Marquis and Roy's father, Eliwood, who has been ill, was he not social distancing, has sent for Roy to return to lead Fere's soldiers in defending against Byrne. It's Olderwood, that's right. Hector has a beard! Marquis Hector of Ostia is Eliwood's longtime friend and confidant, and leads the Council of Lords in Lycia. At the time Eliwood sent for Roy, Marquis Ostia's daughter, Lilina, was in Fere visiting Eliwood. And to be fair, I knew that, like, Hector had a beard going into this. Like, there's very few things that I know, like, ahead of time on this. Like, I'm very much not spoiled to this. But minor things like Hector having a beard, yeah, that I know. Upon receiving his father's message, Roy hurries home, taking with him his vassals. And Bors, a knight from Ostia who is responsible for Lilina's safety. The story begins when Roy reaches the outskirts of Fere. Wait, why are Bors and Lilina separate then if he's responsible for her safety? Does the prequel come off as self-contained? I would assume so. It's the game that I had them mixed up in my head there. You're saying, like, the game after this. Yes, it absolutely is. Like, I feel like they also had to make it so, considering it was the first international Fire Emblem. So they had to make, like, a self-contained story, because the follow-up story, the thing that it was a prequel to, was never released anywhere else. So I feel like they probably went like, okay, we have to make this self-contained so that we're not screwing over the rest of the world storytelling-wise. But it does leave the door open a little bit. So the main plot line that we're doing is against, like, the Black Fang, this evil organization that wants to return dragons and yada yada. But there are, like, some side plots, like the side plot of Zephiel, who's, like, the guy that is trying to invade and conquer everything here. There's a mission in Fire Emblem 7 where we have to save him, if memory serves. We have to, like, protect his castle and save him as we're passing through or something or other. It's been a hot second here. And then at, like, the end of the game, after we defeat the Black Fang and all that, you see Zephiel sitting on a throne being like, I'm gonna do evil things now, to lead into this game. And that's... So, self-contained up to, like, that, I guess. But yeah, it definitely would be really sucky to be like, hey, this is a two-part, very clear story, and if you don't speak Japanese, then you get screwed. I mean, maybe this really naturally follows up from the next story or something. I don't know. We'll see here. But yeah, plus Lynn isn't in this game canonically. She's just living her life somewhere, likely with the avatar of FE7. Yeah, that's what I would presume here. I heard Austria and got confused for a second. Yep, it's Austria that Hector's the Marquis of and stuff. Old man Patrick Seitz. I love how he's voiced by Patrick Seitz in Engage. But yeah, is the 7th overall Fire Emblem game considered better than its predecessor? As far as I can tell, yes. I heard the, like, again, this game didn't have, like, very far reach because it was Japan only, but I've heard kind of iffy things about it, and I've heard that its RNG is terrible, so, like, we'll see what this game is like. And this is the game that Roy's from. The man, the myth, the legend from Super Smash Bros., where he's definitely more famous for being in Smash Bros. In this game. Boss! I have no doubt. Castles ain't the only place. Oh! I hit B instead of A. I'm used to mapping my controllers like Nintendo buttons, but the only way I could get this to work with, like, the gamepad is to have, like, A on A and B on B for, like, the little preview thing down there. Whoops! We're under attack by bandits from Mount Boln! It's Merlinus! So I need to get used to, like, the buttons actually being where they are on my Xbox controller here, and I hit B by accident. So castles aren't the only something. I understand. Thank you, Merlinus. Blasted. Were I not in this pitiful state, I'd take care of all of them myself. Lord Eliwood. Oh, Lilina is here. For whatever reason, that opening thing, I thought it said that she was somewhere else. It's just, I can hear her squishing that ball from time to time. Lilina, you must hide yourself. This castle is going to become a war zone. No, my lord. I can fight too. Don't be absurd. I couldn't face Hector if something happened to you in my own castle. My father? But it's going to be all right. Roy should be here any moment. So we just need to hold our own until then. I've also heard Roy sucks in this game until, like, he promotes towards the end, which is the case with so many Fire Emblem games. So it's not like there's anything out of the ordinary. He'll drive off these dastards. Merlinus, send a messenger to Roy to let him know the current situation. We need his help. Yes, my lord. Okay. You have served your purpose, although what anime dad syndrome calls. Yeah, unfortunately here. But yeah. Also, Carvia coming out of nowhere with a 52-month resub. Carvia, I know you're a big fan of Sacred Stones, but have you played Fire Emblem 6 before? I am curious. Whoa, that hat badge almost bounced right out of that jar. My goodness gracious. Also, for anyone tuning into this, is like a new series with a jar in a long while. We always have Darkrai in a jar around here, so there you be. I greatly appreciate the 52-month resub there, Carvia. I know you can only use the Prime sub in one place each month, so I appreciate using it here for 52 months. Holy crap. That is a whole long time. But yeah, probably not stay for too long as you plan through playing through the Fire Emblem games in Japanese one day and don't want to spoil yourself. Is this one worth avoiding spoilers for, I wonder? Like, maybe some of the other ones, but I actually don't know about this one. But yeah, I've not played this one because I have hope that one day they make this game over here, but I do enjoy 7 and 8. So I came to drop the sub, and now I must avoid spoilers. Alrighty, see you later, Carvia. Have a good rest of the night. Appreciate the resub. But yeah, I don't know if I'd hold up much hope. I feel like this is probably going to be like a Mother 3 situation where I don't know if it's happening there. But we'll see. One can hope. Oh, it's Lance. What's the matter? Oh, we're just going right into it. We'll never know what's the matter. I did make a spreadsheet for this game, kind of similar to how I made one for 7. I meant to open it up before I started the stream. I mean, I know who I'm already, like, prioritizing giving EXP to here. So, what I did in terms of, like, planning a thing out, was this my sheet here? Yeah, it was. In terms of planning stuff out, I wanted to make sure that I had, like, a full squad for... It's a couple chapters before the end. I just clicked on, like, Fire Emblem Wiki, the final few chapters to see what the deploy slots were. And, like, the final couple chapters are 10, but, like, the chapter right before that is, like, 16. So I figured, like, okay, if I go for, like, around 16-ish, like, on and off, because apparently Merlinus takes up a deployment slot when you deploy him in this game. If I go for roughly that, and then when it's actually, like, the final 10, I can kind of decide, like, who got the best growth throughout the entire game for who I want to actually use. I have the options to do that. So, in a lot of Fire Emblem games, you have red and green Cavaliers. And they're usually about, like, the same in terms of how good they are, so it just depends on, like, which one do you want to use? Maybe both of them. Maybe you want to carry them both to the end. So, I planned out my team of roughly about 16-ish, and with supports for one another. That's what I did with Blazing Blade, is... like, I don't really know a whole lot about this game going into it. I don't really know what to expect. For later chapters, I will be pulling up, like, wiki stuff just to make sure I'm getting the Gaiden chapters, because you only get, like, the true ending of this game if you do all the Gaiden chapters, so I'm going to make sure to do that. I don't think it's going to matter for this first chapter here. I can play without it. But I already know the one that I'm going with here is Alan. Alan is the dudo. We're going red this time. We went green in Fire Emblem 7. We're going red in Fire Emblem 6. So he's going to be the one to get experience. Sorry, Lance, but you just don't have as good of supports with, like, the people that I want supports with. And in terms of people that are here that I'm taking all the way through to the end, yeah, it's just you two. So I'm going to prioritize giving experience to these two guys. Marth games are so funny with its Gaiden chapters. Kill everyone to unlock this Gaiden chapter, and then you can recruit some different people and stuff. Another interesting thing with this game is, unlike Fire Emblem 7, you can achieve multiple S rank in weapons. So, I only found out the hard way at the end of my Fire Emblem 7 playthrough that once you hit S with something, then you can't S anything else ever again. Like, you've now locked yourself into that, so you have to choose, like, what you're gonna S. And I didn't realize that. So I looked up if that was the case with this game. And apparently it's not. Apparently you can just S everything, so may as well just, like, build up all the weapon levels a whole bunch. She's just kind of collapsed over there. Here. I can wedge this underneath the back of my camera and get a little bit of a better angle there. There. Her head's kind of tucked under my couch a little bit. I can I can move the camera here like this so you can see. She's just there. She's kind of out for the count. So, yeah, have the tracking here. Oh, yeah, another thing that I wanted to mention about this game. I'm going to try to not use it too much, but just to make it clear from the get-go, I will be using save states from time to time. Like, I'm not going to try to rely on them, but the later Fire Emblem games that have things like the Time Crystal and Milla's Turn Wheel and Divine Pulse and all that have really made me realize, like, how good it is, like, just to be considerate to my time. I remember when I was chatting with the director of Dark Deity, where he was talking about, like, the issues with permadeath in Fire Emblem and why he wanted to change that for, like, the first Dark Deity game with his own take on the Fire Emblem formula. Because it was his opinion, and my opinion that I share as well, like, I very much agreed with him, that if you lose a unit and you reset because of that, then all that does is just waste your time. That's the only punishment. It's not like you lost anything for having that unit fall there, unless you're trying to specifically do, like, an Iron Man run, which I'm not doing. Like, I think I'd fail a Iron Man run, just putting it out there. I don't think that I'd beat it, especially with, like, no context, never having played this game before. So all it really takes away is your time. Like, you can do all the same decisions, probably get up to that point again. Like, maybe the RNG will be a little bit different, but relatively speaking, get up to about that same point again, and then make a different decision. Or you can just, like, load a state or, like, turn wheel back or something like that, and then not have your time be wasted. So I like things like the Time Crystal, where it's like you only have so many uses per map, so it's not like you can just spam it infinitely. But it's not just like, hey, you made one mistake or you got screwed by RNG once, time to reset and lose like 1 to 2 hours. I don't really want to do that. Like, if I was trying to do like a challenge run here, like, even outside of an Iron Man, if I was just trying to get through this without save states just for bragging rights that I've done it, like, then I could take that approach of just not using save states, but my higher priority is having more time to play more games. So, let's say I shave off, like, a third of the time of this playthrough by using save states. Then that third of a chunk of this playthrough can be invested into the next game. Maybe that gets me, like, a third into Sacred Stones that I wouldn't have time for otherwise. So I kind of want to have, like, time to be playing more games. Like, I still want to get, like, the general experience of the game. And if anyone wants to be like, man, you suck, you had to use save states to get through, I'll just be like, whatever. This is how I have fun. And I still play things on the hardest difficulties just because, like, I like to plan things out and feel like my efforts are being invested in the right areas. Because if I'm making, like, these spreadsheets and planning out what my whole team is going to be and I'm just playing on normal mode, it feels almost like a waste, you know? So, yeah, still playing on hard mode and stuff like that. But I just want to disclose, not going to try to rely on it too much, but I will use save states from time to time. So maybe every decent handful of turns, maybe I'll just save a state. So if I have to do, like, a reset, I lose someone, I don't have to go back to, like, the entire beginning of the map, just to be a little bit more time considerate. I just want to get that out of the way. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, I can say this, thanks to Devil. Unit Death in Dark Deity 2 is done so well, though you're gonna be doing the Death equals reset mode. Demo. Okay, wait. Demo, not Devil? Oh, thanks to the demo. Okay. At first, thanks to the Devil, who was giving me a great revelation from hell. How very considerate. Yeah, very fluffy pupper there. She's just completely out for the count there. You can see a little bit of Turtwig on that camera there. I guess she does want to hang out down here after all. Okay, I think I've said all the things I need to say. Anyone watching this on YouTube after the fact is gonna be like 22 minutes into the video and gonna be like, God, when does he actually start playing the game? Like, this is unreal. I'm gonna want to give an iron sword to Roy when I get the chance, so he doesn't use up the rapier. I can give him Lance's iron sword, and then you can give Lance your iron lance, maybe, is what I'm thinking here. I don't think anyone comes to destroy this village from when I did, like, the first half of this before. God amaze me, I can't gush about the not released Dark Deity 2 stuff. Yeah, spoil it all here, break NDA. That's probably gonna be, like, the next SRPG played on this channel. Next Fire Emblem, like, SRPG played on this channel is gonna be Dark Deity 2. And this playthrough might still be ongoing when Dark Deity 2 comes out. But we'll see here. Whoops, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. So you won't be able to reach the forest. It is also worth noting I won't be able to heal this chapter. I don't have a healer yet. So I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. Fusion redeemed absolutely nothing. Enjoyed absolutely nothing. Redeemed their Fusion. Hope things are going well today. I think it's better to be safe than sorry. So you'd be able to attack there. You would be able to get around. So maybe I just put Marcus here. But yeah. And yeah, he said that during a stream that I tuned into as well. He said, like, probably around, like, April, May-ish, something like that. Things are going okay. Well, I don't know how to respond to those. I'll just say could be worse, but it's so much better now that you're tuning into the greatest stream I've ever seen, where we're gonna get so screwed by RNG. Here, let me just really quickly give you that, actually. Let me go ahead and give you just something that you can poke with without using the javelin uses. Oh, maybe I should have put someone up there. I'm sure it's fine. We'll see where they all go. Or if I reset, like, immediately. My little test run of the first half of this chapter was a little while back, so I mean, curses, reinforcements already? And I wasn't trying to, like, funnel EXP to anybody in my test run, where they have to go through me to get into the castle. This is your first time you're actually looking at a Fire Emblem game. Oh, interesting. Well, this is the game that Roy is from. You know, the hit character from Super Smash Bros. Nice miss. This be his video game. Oh, I don't even double. Was the Elden Ring Night Ring network test is going on? And God, it looks so good. Oh, I didn't even realize it was going on right now. That's pretty cool. Let's not use the Lance, probably. There's still a little while before you come over here. Smash was the only reason you knew this existed. But yeah, minus the network issues, but it's a network test for a reason. Yeah. So makes sense there. So let's say I just don't crit. If I crit this, I reset. Okay. We're cool. Also, Guzma with the 49-month subscription, figuring out how to drop the tier 3. Got it all figured out there. Man, I emptied the jar just before this stream, but it's like filling up here again. I greatly appreciate the 49-month resub there, Guzma. Welcome back to Team Aeromotic. Enjoy another month of the emotes and the sub badge and all that fun stuff there. Hope things are going well today. Bunch of EXP for Alan. Just out of curiosity, what is the combat forecast here? No, not rapier. Not the best, but like, yeah. Looking after the corgi here. The second 49th resub. So it goes. Good old Twitch. You know how it be. Alright, I'm going down here and stuff. Yeah. So maybe Fire Emblem 6 is as bad as people are saying. Again, this is hard mode, not normal mode. But like, my God. The fact that my lord against an axe fighter with a weapon triangle advantage in the starting map, 45% chance to hit an axe fighter against a sword, or 45% chance for him to hit me. I'm surprised it's not lower, and he does so much more damage than I do. 7 to his 26 health. He would do over half my health in one hit there. So yeah, I'm gonna be really, really careful with Roy. Everyone at work today was telling you a meteor was gonna hit, told him it's not until 2032, and they said no, it's this year. My mom was telling me about that. Yeah, it is supposed to be later. Really? Oh my God! Fire Emblem prepared a miss edition. Uh-oh. The 48 landed. Man. Okay, was this a forest? That is a forest. They'll still be able to get around this point here, though. What? Most likely not. Apparently, like, the chances of it landing on the planet are increasing. Like, it wouldn't just destroy the planet. It would do some serious damage wherever it landed if it did hit us. My mom was saying, but, like, not, like, world-ending or anything like that. Alright, I'm gonna do something weird. This is not at all what I did when I did, like, my little test run. I honestly don't remember what I did when I did my test run, quite frankly. But I'm gonna play it defensively here. I'm sure this is fine. Go in the forest. If you want to eat, like, a ranged hit from that archer, then, like, be my guest, man. But yeah. Those if we need, we can divert with bombs since it worked so well the last time. That was a thing that we did? What? I've not heard of this, and now I wish I had. Miss, please. Yes, thank you. Oh, look at that. Alan's getting his experience. Both his experience point and his weapon level up. Another handy thing. Alright, you're going after my Yagen, so that's fine. Alright, I'm gonna want to do what I can now. I mean, not Yagen. Marcus, that makes his ground return, can take another hit here and stuff. Nasa did a cam and crashed satellite into a meteor trying to divert its trajectory. Launched a rocket at a meteor to test to see if we could divert its course. It worked. Interesting. Is he on a forest? Oh, he is on a forest. I should have moved like one more forward is what I should have done. Oh god. Gosh dang it. This is Fire Emblem Prepare to Miss Edition. Okay, I can kill this guy. That's what I can do. Like that. There we go. I'm a little bit worried about you going after Alan. You don't go after the village, do you? Just in case. Let's see here. I should have gone into slot 2 so I could restart the battle from the beginning. Here. Then that guy's easy pickings for someone else next turn. He'll take a shot at someone. Hopefully not anyone major here. Would that be fine? Yeah. No. Alright, I think I might just reset to the beginning of the map here. Is what I might honestly do. I think I already screwed this up. I think I ran to the right side and tucked myself into the corner or something. Okay, just don't eat another 9. Okay. So yeah, that's that dude. That was on the right, I think. I don't know, I was looking at the chat there. But yeah. I mean, he is basically doing economic warfare on Canada here. Is the case. I don't think there would ever be, like, actual combat war, but there is definitely economic warfare. Amazing first level up of the game, am I right? If I get screwed by, you know, whatever the heck, someone dies, then I will reset. But bad level ups, I'm not gonna reset for those. So I'm gonna use save states to save time. I'm not gonna use save states to, like, screw me out of bad levels. Like, I'm not I'm not gonna stoop to that level, you know? So, yeah. Well, you guys already are going to, like, economic warfare with us, and it's screwing both sides already. So, it's already happening. Let's see here. Oh, I think Alan might just be done for this battle now. Might just be the case. Have you not heard? There's already, like, a lot of tension going on between Canada and the States, and ways that the US is trying to cripple us, and it's not great. Well, if the only one that you have down there is Fox News, then I'm pretty sure you've mentioned before that would not be on Fox News. It's probably not something that they would talk about there. How both countries are kind of trying to slowly run one another into the ground with, like, the US being the insiders here. So, it's not really looking great. Ugh, it's only a 32! I can get Roy into that spot, but, like... Do I risk it for the hypothetical biscuit here? A little stretch from the doggo. Risk it for the hypothetical biscuit. Imagine if that was a crit. Okay, I would have laughed at that if that actually hit me. Okay, so I'm thinking... I give you to Lance now. Yeah. But yeah, that's what's going on. And Trump made it very clear that that's what he wanted to do before going into office. So now things, ooh, this is looking a bit better. So things aren't looking great, quite frankly. Hey, some EXP for our squishy lad. Can he get over? Maybe he'll go after Alan and, like, here, I'm doing this. Okay, I don't know if this was the play. Alright, Yagen gets some experience here and there. Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess, here. Yeah. She's just the loaf. Miss, miss, miss. Oh! Alright, I think Alan might be done for the rest of this map. If I can't heal. He got his experience. He got his stupid HP luck up. I can move on with my life now. Okay. Halfway point. I'll save a state. Because it's the midpoint and stuff. Money is vital for any army. If you don't have any, you won't be able to replace your broken weapons. And you can't fight without weapons. Yeah, so just tutorial kind of stuff at the beginning here. Makes sense. Yeah, so that's what's going on here. So that tile at the earliest. Oh, he has a decent, more distance he has to make up, I guess, because it takes a couple of movement points to get through the forest. So maybe bait him out with Yagen. I mean, I could bait him out with Roy. That's probably such a bad idea, though. Are you knights going to the castle? I know this isn't much, but please accept this money on behalf of all of us. Use it well. Got 5,000 gold. And I can visit the villages without, anyone being pissed at me, right? And also, as a heads up, I don't care about turn count either. Like, I could not remotely care about that unless I need it to, like, unlock a guiding chapter. We're all doomed. Soldiers from Bern have crossed the border. They laid an awful attack. And even if the allied lords strike back, Lord Ellerwood, he can't even stand anymore. Wow. Fire Emblem Dad. What can I say? Listen, if you want to do well in battle, you better use terrain wisely. For example, if you're in a forest, the trees will cover you. That'll teach your enemies who they're dealing with. But yeah, I mean, I'm American myself, but, you know, kind of very, very hard not to for myself and a lot of Canadians. Like, my family, for example. We're not buying American products, like, where we can help it. When we go to the grocery store, we're looking out for Canadian, Mexican, and European products, is what we're mainly looking for. And there's a lot of Canadians that are feeling the same, and a lot of American businesses that are taking a little bit of a revenue hit because of so many Canadians coming together and trying to be less reliant on the States in these times, before they become like Bern. But yeah, and yeah, for sure. When it comes to just, like, the general people. Okay. So, hold on. How close can I get here? So, with that guy, so, like, one up here. Just before I lock myself into something. So I can be at the ready, like, here. I just want to get all my doodles around here. And figure out what I'm doing. Alright, first half of the map cleared, second half of the map time. So, it's not looking great, quite frankly. I mean, like, oh, I can't quite get into the forest there. But yeah. Yeah, that is definitely the goal. And I feel like it's also going to have long-term implications of people just wanting to be, like, less reliant on the States here. I feel like this has been a little bit of a wake-up call for a lot of people. So I'm sure that there will still be long-term effects on some American business. Here, if I do that... Whoa. At first I was like, what, Marcus still can't get into the forest? I'm going to save state here. And then they surround him, and then we, like, pounce on them. So I can get 2 hits on this guy without killing him. This is what I can do. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, well... we shall see what happens here. Sure, that. Alright, they're gonna surround not Yagen. Is what they're gonna do now. Alright, he's moving that way. Be easy pickings for someone else. I'm probably gonna have to move my higher HP people in. I was thinking about trading Alan's sword with the lance so that he can use the sword for a little bit and get a weapon triangle advantage, because I don't think I'm using Alan much more here. Oh my god, I'm doubling that. Oh, I crit him! It's fine. Like, not every single little guy needs to have experience go to my weaker guys. And honestly, whether the experience goes to, like, Marcus / the weaker guys I'm not using, those ones don't matter. So, among this squad, it's pretty much just Roy and Alan that I care about. So, Alan could probably secure a kill, actually. Can he run around? Oh my god, he can run around. I don't bait out like the next guys, do I? Oh, I don't bait out the next guys. Ooh. Change the topic now. Change it to loaf, maybe. Back there. I'll be so mad if this kills me. Oh, really? Jeez. My family was talking about it recently at our recent family dinner here. I'm the only one that hasn't really tuned into it yet because I'm waiting for a whole bunch of it to come out. But, like, my whole family is watching it in terms of those that watch anime. Don't screw me yet, RNG. Don't. Please do not. Alright, a bunch of EXP for the squishy lad. Watch him get, like, HP up one, or just luck up one on the next go around. Okay. Feeling pretty good. But yeah, apparently the recent episode broke Crunchyroll servers as well as the pirated anime site servers too. The fact that it broke even the pirated servers is hilarious. Ooh, if I go here, that'll be good for me. Let's wait a hot second. Nobody has a range thing, so, like, we're good. I don't think that guy's gonna move off the castle, most likely. I think for a while, like, the most pirated anime of all time was One Piece, which is, like, the one all about pirates, which I can't help but find, like, incredibly funny. But yeah, I read a lot of the comic book stuff when I realized that every arc is basically the same. Let's see here. Alright. Yagen, get him! Maybe it'll just bait out the one guy. Alright, I can feel free to, like, even go here, it seems like. Alright, Super Squishy Roy, go! Let's have the... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter where I go to have the option available to, like, trade that sword. Here. Let's do this. Problem shows up, everyone gets their butt kicked, the main character shows up, and the problem is solved in 20 minutes, over 200 chapters, it was just that. But yeah. So it changes later there. Okay. Don't crit this guy. Leave him alive. Double him, that'd be cool. Yeah, that's cool. I'm cool with you doubling him. Wow, it just baited out him. It's one of those Fire Emblem maps. Okay, works for me. I don't think this guy's gonna move off his throne. Part of me is tempted to save state before I get too close to him, just in case. Alright. Oh, Roy time? Maybe a Roy time. I know that he promotes late. It's one of those games where it's like, you're gonna reach level 20, and then he's gonna be stuck not able to get any experience anymore for a decent while. So my higher priority should probably be Alan, because he can promote sooner. I know he's already gotten a level up this map, but, like... Ooh, I'm really feeding him. Please not HP luck. Please not HP luck. Please not HP luck. Better. If speed went up as well, then I would have been hyped. I would have been excited for that, like strength and speed. But alas. Alright, let's do this, how about? Yeah, we're really burning through Marcus's Iron Sword. Yeah, so we can scooch like an inch closer here is what we can do. Let's scooch on up here. Your movement's low, so let's prioritize moving you up. Okay. But yeah. Okay. Oh, if you... Oh. Never mind. Okay, that's not actually what I expected to happen there. But hey, those guys got baited out. Yeah, this guy's not moving off his castle. Ooh! The music's changing because I'm about to win, the game thinks. Okay, so I can scooch just like an inch closer here. Ambush those guys in a second. and then just be good, I think. Hold on. Just double check here. She's really spooling it out. I think the corgi's deflated. Okay. So they're coming over here like that, and I don't have to worry about that guy going off the castle. He doesn't have a range thing, does he? No. Imagine if he had like a hand axe first chapter. Maybe like a devil axe first chapter. How amazing would that be? There's no way he crits this guy, right? Maybe I want someone else to whittle down? You may as well whittle here. That's what you should probably do. Imagine if we got the 1% crit. How about I do this? I feed this kill to Alan. Thank goodness, no crit. So I do this. Alan uses the sword. Hopefully doesn't miss. I fully expected that to miss the moment I said that, if I'm going to be honest with you. Do that. And then, check this shit out. I come here. I do a trade play. Give me that sword. So I can have weapon triangle advantage. I'm doing less damage than this guy. Boop. He still has 12 health. Oh my god. He landed the 47. There goes over half of Lance's health. Lance's health, not Lance. I'm thinking the Xenoblade here. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, no! It's Fire Emblem, prepare to miss edition. I know I'm at a weapon triangle disadvantage here, but like, holy crap, this is just 2 guys. I was taking my whole squad to take down. You saw nothing. Hit him, hit him, hit him! Oh, yes! Eat it, it's fine, don't worry about it. Now we just have to make sure that Roy doesn't miss. 95, there's no way he misses a 95. That could be 100, but like... Alright, this game is already scaring me a little bit, I'm gonna be honest. Just a little smidge. Okay. Do I want to farm support? Like, hold on. Yeah, I'm scared too. With how scary this is, do I want to farm support? Because I think I have Roy and Lance. Not Lance. Friggin' Alan supporting one another. Let me check my sheet here. Yeah, I wanted to be support with Roy and Alan. I forget how many I approve usage of cheese. Release the cheese. Yes. I'm thinking that's what I gotta do here. How many support points can I gain, like, each? Hold on. Let me pull up, like, Serenus Force here before I get carried away. Serenus Force, because I feel like I'm gonna need to use, like, every trick in the book here. And I'm gonna start farming, like, support. Let me go to Binding Blade, and then to the support page. So, character supports, how is it again here? Yeah, so 60 points for C support, 120 for B support, 200 for A support. Roy and Alan are going to be getting +2 each turn. Okay, and they start at 20. Okay, so they should just need to be, like, ending turns close to one another for 40 points worth, divided by 2 each time, so 20 turns. So if I just wait, like, 20 turns with them next to one another, what is the cap each time? What does it say here? More detailed information can be found here. I think I gotta click that. Oh, no, it's this here. A maximum of 120 points can be accumulated for all characters per chapter. Okay, so I can get up to C support here and start getting some buffs, is what I can do. So, like, I don't want to build up support with, like, my other guys. Here, go ahead and, you won't be able to take another hit here anyway, so just give him the stupid sword back. Oh, I guess I can heal. I can use vulneraries. Alright, wait there. Just to double check. Better safe than sorry. Here, you guys, go be friends for a while. I don't know how you'd ever discover that this was a thing without, like, the interwebs. Like, when these games first came out. Make sure you're not within 3 tiles. Also, for how the support buffs actually work, every character has like an element associated with them, and the element determines the buffs. And each support level you get gives like one round of those buffs. So Roy is the fire element, for example, which, if I look at my little spreadsheet that I made here, grants attack plus 0.5, accuracy plus 2.5, avoid plus 2.5, and critical plus 2.5. I think Alan is also fire. So once they get to support level C, there'll be that fire buff twice, like once for Roy's fire, once for Alan's. I keep on wanting to say Lance's fire here. And then once they get to B, then it'll be 4 of the fire buff. And if Alan was something like lightning, then it'd be 2 of the fire buff, 2 of the lightning buff, stuff like that. How the decimal points work is they're just like subtracted afterwards. So if I only had like an attack plus 0.5, it would just become attack plus 0. Or an attack plus 1.5 becomes 1. Let's see here. And to get like the support buff, you need to be within 3 tiles, I believe. So we're just gonna be ending turn here. Is there a setting for like cursor memory in this game? Yeah, this will make it a little bit faster, is what I'll do here. But yeah, you're watching the dub of solo leveling? Yeah, but I'll wait until like more of it is out, is what I'll do. So I think I need to wait like 20-ish turns. So hold on, I've been, how do I check this just the status here? Where's like the turn count? Is it, oh, turn 20 right there. What's the 10 in the bottom left there mean? So turn 20, so I probably start at like 18, so go until about like 38-ish. I mean, I can just check here from time to time and see like when talk appears. Do we need to like end turn adjacent? Or is it just like within range? I think it's adjacent. Hold on, let me see here. Let's see here. To activate support, 2 characters must stand adjacent to one another for a certain amount of turns. Okay, so I didn't have to separate people for like more than 3 tiles. It's fine if Lance is there. Alright, let's just end a whole bunch here. But yeah, I'm still waiting on that. Yeah, I'm sure that's one that a lot of people are looking forward to here. Alright, yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do here. They're gonna become friends. They're gonna become the best of friends. I don't know how many support points I gained with like other people this chapter. I can probably start making progress towards B as well, I would imagine. I don't think I'll be able to reach B, but I should be able to make progress towards it. And I'll take all the buffs I can get, especially accuracy. Because, like, yikes. Dragon Ball Daima has been really good. That's one of those, like, really, really big name animes, like Dragon Ball in general, that is, that I've just never seen before. I remember in elementary school, basically everyone in the class has seen it, but not me. At least all the guys in the class. Is at least the case. Oh, aha! Look at that! Support! Chapter 1 support. We gotta do what we gotta do. Is something wrong, Lord Roy? Lord Roy. Oh, Alan. Sorry, I was lost in my thoughts. All alone. I'm the ocean's gray waves. Seem to be thinking a lot these days, Lord Roy. Maybe so. What are you worried about? My accuracy. I was just thinking about how to move our troops, and the fact that even when I can hit, I'm doing so much less damage than my enemies. How to move the troops. The enemy grows stronger all the time, so strategies quickly become obsolete. I think strategies become obsolete when I miss. I was wondering how to effectively break through the defensive lines. That's easy, Lord Roy. Just allow me to charge in. I will shatter their shields and pierce their armor. Thanks for the offer, but I don't want to put you in danger. There must be another way. I'll think on it some more. Support level increased! Hell yeah! There we go. Support conversations, Alan C for fire. Give me those buffs. So now both of them are going to have like an attack plus 1. So what was a 5 turned into a 6. There's a chance I might need to save state abuse on the boss just because of stupid accuracy here. So how many points can I get total each map again? Let me back to Serena's Forest. A maximum of 120 points can be accumulated for all characters per chapter. Okay. And it takes 120 points for B support. So 60 points just to go from C to B. So if there's 120 points total possible per map, I'm sure I've accidentally built up like some other supports here, like Lance and Roy and stuff like that. So I'm sure I can't actually get to B support this map, but I can make progress to it. I don't know how many turns it's gonna take, but let's just like end turns a whole bunch of times until the turn count seems like a nice number, and then yeah, to figure out how I'm closing it out after that as well, dude. So I can get B support next map and then start getting some nice buffs and stuff, probably. Get like a +4 attack to both them and like a +10 accuracy is what I would very much like, because I have a feeling that might put a lot of work in for me. So yeah, supports might be important in this game, is the impression that I'm getting thus far. What's the turn count right now? Does this seem like a good number to end it at? Whoops. Status. Turn 46? And they're gaining like 2 each time? So we were at 60. So we gained 40. Wait, maybe I could actually get up to B, because we started at 20, these two. It's not like they started at 0. I probably still can't get to B. I'm sure that I accumulate more than that 20, like elsewhere. So I'm sure I'm not getting to B, but I'm sure I'll get close. I wish there was a way to check it. I'm sure I could just like keep track of it here, but I'm not gonna go that hard. Just have like a general sense here. Playing a ton of Minecraft Bedrock lately. It's a lot of fun now because of all the add-ons. They've been adding a bunch of those lately. I know Bedrock gets a whole bunch of stuff like that. And nice. So I mean, I'm just gonna keep on doing this a few times, so you know, don't mind me. To not eat my valuable support points. But yeah. And yeah, that's nice being able to play that together from there. Just out of curiosity. Wow, I'm sure he heals on this, right? On the gate tile, 3 defense, 20 avoid. Because that's what he needed. I hear her snoring back there. I don't think my mic picks it up, but I do hear her snoring. My inputs are not being registered. Oh, probably because I clicked to, like, save state. There we go. Now my inputs are being registered. Sorry about that. If anyone even cares, like, you can tell obviously what I'm inputting. I just had space here that I wanted to fill with something. And so I put on, like, friggin' Roy Fire Emblem 6 there onto a Game Boy Advance that you can see my buttons being pressed, just because it's kind of cool. But this isn't an action game, so, like, who cares about my inputs? It's literally just space filler, is what it really is. But yeah, might take a bit of a break there. Might be good for, like, a bit of a mental break there. You bumbling idiots! Can't take down a few pathetic knights! But yeah, I could also use my vulneraries here, but I also just don't really want to. I need to do this now, I think. Okay, and before I get too carried away. Oh, but I need to be clicked on this for these inputs to go through, and then back to OBS. But yeah, oh, interesting. Well, that's cool to hear. I don't think that uses up durability if I miss. I was at 43 there, right? Yeah, 43. So, I mean, I can get weapon level. I'm not going to be using Wolt until the end of the game. I do plan on using an archer, but, like, a different one here. Alright, I can move other people kind of close. That's what I can do. Get in here, boars. I don't think I'm going to use you, because I think you're just going to die. I just kind of want to see if you do gain health back. I presume you do, and I might just need to use my not Yagen to kill you. I get a bunch of experience for just so much as getting a hit. So if I'm willing to, like, spend durability here, and I'm sure it's probably fine, I can get, like, a free level up on Wolt, which will help me with future chapters here. Like, even if I'm not going to be using them long-term, it's going to be a while before I get, like, the units that I'll be using long-term. And I need to rely on more than just, like, 2 units that I'm building up. And not Yagen, you know. So, if this could help me, that would be great. So yes, let the cheese flow through you and all that is what I think we're gonna have to do in this game. So, I'm gonna be using all the cheese in the book that I can here. But yeah, and I can always update that later anyway. Push out updates, I would imagine. Pew. I should look up in another tab here. Fire Emblem Binding Blade chapters. Because I didn't think there was anything I need to keep in mind for this first one, but for, like, these next ones. When is the first shop is what I want to know. The next one, Princess of Burnt, it looks like there's a shop. Is what it sure looks like. Bunch of enemies, items, an armor slayer in a village, armory, iron sword, iron lance, javelin, iron bow. So I can get more if I really need to. I don't think it's gonna come to that. Like, I don't intend on, like, sitting here completely spending my bow. Like, I could. I, in theory, could. And it would be great if I was using wool until the end. But his growths just aren't as good as another archer's. So, kind of sucks to suck for him. There's another archer I get later that just seems to have straight up better growth rates. In my humble opinion there. Man, I have a little bit more than a 50% chance to hit, like 56 here it says. And I swear I'm missing over half the time. That's just, like... If she decides that she wants to go upstairs and she needs help up there, I can help her up there. Last time she was able to get up the stairs on her own, but with tiny little corgi legs, I know that it's a little bit stressful for her, is the case. But yeah, well, I'm glad to playtest when I have, like, some time on the side here. Do what I can to help out. Just to check. Yeah, I'm not getting to B support, but I'm probably pretty close. Oh my goodness. May as well get A level on my guy here. Thank goodness it doesn't use accuracy, durability when I miss. Well, I hit a point harder now. Can't complain about that. So when strength and speed both go up is when I really like a level up. Look, I can hit for 2 now. Wow, maybe I'll get 1 more free level. I don't know. Maybe what I'll do. Because, yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be one of those Fire Emblem games where I use all the cheese because, holy crap. The accuracies are already scaring me here. Like, I think Blazing Blade is a nice middle ground in terms of difficulty. Sacred Stones, like, it's been a long time since playing it, but from what I remember of playing it and from what I hear of everyone saying about it, it's a pretty easy game. Like, Sacred Stones is not very hard at all. But I've heard that this game is very difficult, so I guess the Game Boy Advance games got, like, easier as they went on. Just like the hardest difficulties of the 3DS games, I guess, in that sense. The hardest difficulties got easier and easier as it went on. I guess that was going on with the Game Boy Advance trilogy as well. Because, yeah, I have heard horror stories of the accuracy in this game. And already on Chapter 1, I am experiencing a little bit of it. So, yeah, this is going to be a little bit slow. This first part is going to be, like, over an hour long. But, yeah. Well, the most important thing when it comes to a personal project like that is that you're making, like, the game that you want to play, you know? I feel like there's a lot of game developers out there nowadays that just don't do that and make, like, the most marketable kind of thing, and the thing that's the safest thing rather than the thing that someone's really passionate about. Like, that's something that I have a lot of respect for the original Roller Coaster Tycoon games about, is that Chris Sawyer was making the game that he wanted to play. And then figuring out how it's going to be sold, that'll be figured out sometime later. Will be the case. She might have gone upstairs. I was just looking around the corner to see if she laid down around the corner over there. She may well have gone upstairs. So that might be it for the floof cam there, the loaf. Potentially. Had her hanging out here for a little smidge. I'm getting 1 more level up at least. Give me at least 1 more. I could also get, like, some free experience with, like, Alan. With the javelin. But the javelin's a bit more valuable than a bow, and I don't really want to do that. If I really want to resort to that, I can do that with some future boss anyway. But yeah. But yeah, yeah, and like your own interest is definitely the thing that's most important to those kinds of projects. Come on, please, good level up. Please, 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 please. Woo! That was a +3 rather than a +4 that I got last time. But strength and speed, those are the important stats in these games. I mean, what's my durability at? Do I want to go for 1 more? 28? I probably need to use like 8 or something more hits, maybe. Would I want to buy another bow in the next chapter? I don't know how much I'm going to be using him. He doesn't hit very hard, though he does hit for +2 now after those level ups. Yeah, I'm not getting to be here. I want to start, before I do a misinput, I just want to start considering my options here. 6? 6 times 2. 1 for 25% chance to hit. Out of curiosity here. 37% chance to hit. He does 14 damage to my Armor Knight. What the hell? I gotta click on OBS or else it doesn't show my inputs there. I don't know why it does that. It never had to be that way for my other gamepads. Oh, yikes. Roy! 3! Also 3 with the rapier. He does an 18 to Roy. That's a one-shot. That's all his health that he has. The first boss can literally one-shot my lord. Oh, yikes. So, yeah, if I did 12 and then 12, that'd be 24. Be considering my options here. Definitely be considering my options. I'm feeling like a gambling man with those level ups. After getting strength both times there, I feel like gambling. Give me one more at the cost of my durability. Give me just one more and then I'm good, I think. And then I swear I'll quit. I can quit anytime. Whoa, a little bit of lag there. It's not an addiction. I can quit anytime. I'm gonna quit after just one more. But yeah, well, good that there's no tension on that front. Hopefully stays that way. Man, this really is prepare to miss edition, isn't it? Pew? Yeah, I'm still getting 11 experience every time that I hit, so it's still a decent smidge. But yeah, and the support level of Roy and Alan's gotta be so good. Like, next chapter, I'll probably be able to reach B, if I had to guess. And then just carry that buff for, like, the whole rest of the game. So I think I'll do. I have a different A support in mind for Roy. It was gonna be Lilina, for, like, story reasons. Oh, I see you're still down here. Hi! But Lilina needed to support someone else that doesn't have, like, any other support options in my team otherwise. Was the case. So, yeah, not the canon thing. Hi, Riley. You can't really see her. She's kind of right next to me here. Hi. How are you doing? If the camera can potentially see here, I can always pick it up and like, oh wow, it like auto levels it. I could like push it down. She's just right here. Face. I guess it's like the tracking onto my face and stuff. That's what that is. You want me to carry you upstairs? Is that what this is? Because you got up the stairs just fine by yourself before. If you really want me to carry you upstairs, I can. If you want to chill out here, that's cool too. Want the ball? Riley, I didn't throw it. That way. Wow, that broke the tracking on my camera. Okay, well, she might be content there. Boopity bop. Yep. Come on, strength speed again! Strength speed again! Well, at least it was strength all 3 times, so at least Walt has a +3 now. Okay, so like, off of that, I gotta click on the thingamabob here. Off of that, let's say I did this. So, I don't actually know how much he heals each time. So if I waited here, I would do 12, which would bring him down to 20. He'd heal a little bit. And then I could attack, and then on, like, enemy phase, then he's, like, super whittled down, probably. Yeah, she do be pretty cute. So maybe I don't actually attack this time. I could even rescue someone and, like, decrease my speed. If I want to not be hitting twice, if it comes down to that. Okay, let's see here. Just don't crit. Turn the combat animations back on here, I think. This is what I think I will do. So then if I attack, on his turn he should heal a little bit. As long as I don't crit. Yeah, I'm hitting this stupid thing. That's what I'm doing. Just to not get RNG screwed here. Okay. There we go. Then he's gonna heal a little bit, attack me, and then his health is gonna be, like, super low, probably. That's the idea I have in mind here. My Valentine's date is getting screwed by Fire Emblem. Well, it is. Just don't crit. Just don't crit. Just don't crit. Okay, nice. And, like, a final hit of, like, a boss. I will save state on that because, like, holy crap. So just out of curiosity here. 79% chance to hit. Ooh, the boss could actually be finished off by Roy here. With 3 damage. It's gonna be like his one chance to finish off a boss considering the amount of damage output he's doing here. But yeah, what's going on? 12 minutes about Space Singles Awareness Day, is that what that is? For me, I mean, thanks. Oh, you mean like time zones and stuff, but still. What the? So strong. Appreciate the heads up. Definitely makes me feel better. Oh, could be worse. Oh, I need to seize the boy, don't I? Well, there, I did it. Father, Lilina! Roy, is that you? Roy, I'm so glad to see you both. Thank goodness you're unharmed. Thanks for the rescue, Roy. Of course, Father. How is your health? Terrible, he's a Fire Emblem dad. Well enough. I have some life in me yet. But Roy, do you know why I called you back here? I'm to take over your role by leading the soldiers of Faerie. We must join the rest of the Lycian army to defend our people. Exactly. As you know, Byrne has commenced an invasion of Lycia. We are honor-bound to follow the vows of our allegiance. Lycia needs every lord's army, and we must oblige. Of course. I'm truly sorry to interrupt your studies and force you into this war. But I'm not well. I'm in no condition to lead an army. Father. Lord Elowood, I'll go with Roy. My father leads Lycia's largest army, and I'm certain my magic will be of help to Roy. No, Lilina. You must return to Ostia. Why? With Hector preparing for battle, there is no one sitting on the throne of Ostia. It must be an uneasy feeling for the people not to have a sitting lord. As a daughter of the Marquis, you must take the throne until Hector returns. You can just see, like, her back half there. She's just there. Kind of like digging in my corner a little bit. That's what she's kind of doing. Well, back half of Corky there. You have. That will put the people at ease. Do you have any objections? No, my lord. Yeah, so you don't recruit Lilina until later. Like, I already know when you recruit people when I was planning out my team and stuff. Roy, I have arranged a contract with a group of mercenaries. You are to meet them at the border to Byrne. Merlinus will accompany you. He is knowledgeable and experienced and should be of great help. Thank you for everything, Father. Don't worry, my son. I have absolute faith in you. Fight bravely and show everyone who the next Marquis of Faerie is. Yes, Father. Boris, I have a favor to ask of you. You needn't ask, my lady. I will get rid of this atrocious hair immediately. I will accompany Lord Roy in his travels and protect him with my very life. Thank you, Boris. Take care, Roy. Well, you too, Lilina. There, I did the thing. But yeah, we got her earlier today, and we'll have her for about the next week and a half-ish. I don't actually remember. I have it written on my calendar somewhere here. How long did this first chapter take me? A decent while, at least.